It's week 3 of the National Football League. And
it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 9 catches, 101 yards, and a score.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. See what week 3 has in store. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw this. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
They go play action with Lawrence. A short one there, caught by Granson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. 26-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
His throw incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On third down, Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up the first down there with a gain of 11.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now Lawrence over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Here's Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Gould is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
On the option left, Richardson.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
And score that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Virginia Beach offense set to take over.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
A give up the middle to Akers.
Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be brought down right at at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I'll pick up the 2 yards. First down, Aviators.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On the draw, here's Lawrence.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The Louisville offense back out now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Shoves him away. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Got an open man here. It's KJ Hamler.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephen Weatherly, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again, it's Lawrence.
That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Look at... He's got... Kittle.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be...
Now Lawrence. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Aviators are able to add on to that lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it up. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Gould with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
This is Javier Thomas. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
One final go for this offense here in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
He's tackled
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Virginia Beach first down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Richardson. That's complete. It's Okuebunon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And a roll. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Stevenson. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Richardson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That third down conversion good for 23. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Throw right side taken in by Gallup. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Stevenson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Richardson working from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Dragons have got it back to within a score.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Going right back to Akers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know from experience, partner, all they've been talking about is if we can just make one play, get our hands on the ball one time, we can change this game.
They almost did. That was a dangerous throw.
Yeah, and instead, it goes against them one more time. Let's see if they can hang in there and not lose control mentally.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's got Smith here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try.
And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Aviators go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Louisville offense back out now. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
On second down, it's Stevenson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Jones. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's Tressway now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter.
On first down, Richardson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
2nd down, here's Richardson. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
They set up the screen for Stevenson.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And the Virginia Beach first down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Quan Martin there on the tackle. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They'll start with the option. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On the handoff, Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 18-yard line.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dragons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Jones now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. And here's the Virginia Beach offense out and ready to go again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Lawrence will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 73 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one 28 yards on the ground. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Akers. And he will will take this one in for a touchdown.
Cam Akers, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now Richardson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Here's second down and 3. Richardson to throw it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
A big play looming on third down. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Richardson
looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now Richardson. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Second down, goal to go. Richardson looking to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for Virginia Beach,
they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars.
Meanwhile, for Louisville,
they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.